And welcome back to the Entertainology Podcast. I am your host, Gabe, and I'm here with my co-host, Paulo D. How's it going, brother?
What's up, man?
Oh,
it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been. It feels like it's been a while, yeah. But we're getting into the new year, new movies, new podcast. No, just kidding.
That's a joke.
Nope. Same old podcast.
Yep.
Don't worry. Entertainology is thriving, and we are glad that you are a part of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well,
Appreciate it.
we are going to take it back because last year a movie came out, and it was actually I think it was a pretty anticipated movie. That
was.
Perhaps people were getting a little excited about, especially after the first one came out in theaters in 2019.
Oof.
Right?
Wow.
It's 2019, right?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. And that was a little movie called Knives Out.
Oof.
Yeah. Was an incredible, absolutely amazing movie. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I agree. The first one, masterpiece.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Almost there, but I'm glad that this one had a sequel, and they decided to name it Glass Onion.
La cebolla. Maybe.
Yeah. Glass Onion. Very interesting title. And underneath that is called A Knives Out Mystery. But did you know actually that the director wanted it just to be called Glass Onion? He did not want like a Knives Out Mystery in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's. I guess that's dumb though, because
What do you mean? I kind of see where he's coming
just
from.
glass onion.
Well, I know because it's not really like
It should be like Knives Out, glass onion.
Oh,
You
well,
know?
I guess, but I kind of get what he's trying to say because he's like he wanted this to be like not like a second movie, but more like a second Benoit Blanc adventure type of thing.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So because as you know, 0 of the characters return. The only one that returns is Benoit Blanc.
Yeah.
From the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it rolls.
Yeah.
Anyway, Netflix was being a little stingy because they only released it for 1 week in the theater. So, but you know what? That's okay. That's all right.
I hate you, Netflix.
They could have made millions, I think.
They could have
made
My
millions.
local theater couldn't even. We couldn't even see it. There.
I know. And
Dumb.
and
had
that
to watch it at AMC.
yeah, that turned a lot of people down for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
For sure, me.
Anyway, if it's been a while since you've last seen Glass Onion, well, we got a quick plot summary.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully to kind of remind you a little about, even though I've seen it 3 times, I need a little to remember a little bit about the movie. So, Paulie, can you hook us up, please?
Yeah,
sir?
I got you here with a paragraph.
Okay.
So, 5 longtime friends are invited to the Greek island home of a billionaire, Miles Braun. All 5 know Braun from way back and owe their current wealth, fame, and careers to him. The main event is a murder weekend game with Braun to be the victim. In reality, all of the reasons to kill him, basically, and also invited Benoit Blanc, the world's greatest detective.
Wow. Okay. From here, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good movie, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. So I was, I know after what you think, but before, were you excited to watch this movie? Were you excited?
Man.
How excited were you?
I was like over my seat for this movie,
Really?
you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though I didn't go see it at theater, just reasons.
Okay.
But, you know, I was there ready on my TV, watching, ready with some popcorn and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Had it going, you know?
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, you know, my home of movie theater, it's basically a movie theater, had everything blocked out, recliner seat, heated and everything, bro.
Wow.
You know? Surround sound, 7.1, you know?
Oh.
Everything.
7.1.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good stuff. That's good
Yeah.
stuff right there. Well, you know, when you're at home, you do have the ability to pause the movie, unlike,
True.
you know.
That's why I only watched it for like once and a half, I guess.
No. Okay. At least you
I have
tried.
reasons.
At least you tried it again, right? At least you tried it again.
I tried.
Well,
You watched it 3 times.
I did watch it 3 times. I watched it once in the movie theater. It was a great time. I do have to say myself. And then when it came out on Netflix, like the same weekend, I watched it with family. And then before we did this podcast, I watched it again for the third time.
Wow.
So I was like, no problem. I'll watch it again for the podcast. Why not? And I do have to say, right off the bat, I would say, if you remember, for the first Knives Out podcast episode was only audio only, but I did rate it an A, right? And I would say if you were comparing the two, I would say that definitely the first one was better, but this one was this is like kind of like a neck and neck situation for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did enjoy this one quite a bit. Mm-hmm. It's not a perfect movie. Let me tell you right now, but I guess we'll have to get into that. And just so you know, major spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, get up out of here. But then come right back because,
we want the views.
yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, And I don't. You wouldn't happen to know how to do that Benoit accent, would you?
No. Don't even.
What about you, producer? Have you been practicing at home? Yeah.
Nope, I don't know how to do it either.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. No, that's okay. That's all right. Anyway, so this is basically the second Benoit Blanc adventure.
Yeah,
that's basically what this is.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, from what I saw, it was completely different from the first one. Did you also see this? Like the structure, the way it was structured,
yes.
and everything. It was like completely.
Yeah, you got to see this movie basically like a new story. Basically, it's not comparing it to the first one. It's just a new thing, new people. New mystery, basically. So you got to see this basically like with a different eye from the first one. So yeah, obviously this movie had, I'd say, a cast that I pretty much recognize each person.
Yeah,
so.
they had a spanking cast, man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that they Ryan Johnson, the director, is really good at like picking, and I'm not sure. Well, of course they have a casting director too, but like they have a great ensemble here of actors, just like the first one. And I think that's what definitely brings a lot of viewers to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah. Were you kind of happy with their performances?
I guess so.
Oh.
Well, I mean, each one of them did their part, I guess. It's just that this movie, honestly, I gotta say, it's like they're trying to make it a comedy, basically. Throughout this whole movie.
Okay.
It's very comedic, which is... I guess it's different. I mean, but I didn't like it as much because they were just trying to make you like laugh, especially with Blanc, basically. Because throughout the movie, he's like way different to the very first one. This one he's more goofy. Obviously, when we get to see him, he's in the tub. Playing Among Us. Like, come on now.
Yeah, I know.
Like, what is it?
Well, it's because, first of all, it actually takes place during, a certain era
and I hate that.
we would never forget, right?
It brought it back,
But, and to be honest with you, I'm not trying to defend it in any way, but like it was, I think it was subtle. It was like a subtle thing, they were in this era of of masking and social distancing and all that stuff like that, but I don't think like they didn't have like a pushover on it, because it was just literally there for the beginning of the movie, and then right when they get on the ship, it's gone.
Well, yeah, because they do have this little device thing that they do before they get on the ship. That's why.
Right.
All this medicine. I was like, yeah. But it really basically the beginning was just introducing everybody. Just like the first one, I'd say. But, I mean, it's weird how it's like during but yet there's that one girl in a party with a lot of people in it.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't get it.
Oh. Let's not say that word, but okay.
Oh, yeah, I can't say
No, oh,
I can't.
okay,
Sorry, I can't say
oh, gosh. Okay, we get it.
I forgot that you can't say.
Oh, Lord.
The what do you want me to say, though?
Giving problems for the editor here. But anyway,
what do you want me to call it?
Say virus, I guess.
Oh, yeah, the virus.
Or the shutdown.
The virus.
Say like the shutdown.
I'll just say the virus.
Or the shutdown. Everyone knows what that is,
Oh.
And if you... Okay. We get it. Okay. Unless you were born in 2021, you know what that is.
What is what?
The big shutdown. When everything got shut down. You don't remember?
What do you mean everything got shut down?
Well, you know what? I really don't want to remember, but it's all right. Yeah. Oh, okay.
What, at work?
Well,
yeah, they did a shutdown. Where we had to.
Okay. All right. All right.
Honestly, during the shutdown, I was working normally. The only thing that changed was church.
Yeah.
That was the only thing.
Wow.
I was working regularly.
Oh, wow. What a trooper.
Yes.
A trooper. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I guess, but I kept working.
Some jobs continue to.
It depends on certain people.
Yeah,
some people, they lost their job. Others,
Yeah.
they kept working normally.
Yeah.
They just had to put a mask on, and that was it.
And this was actually filmed after all of that, like during 2021, where there was still masking and stuff like that. So to perform a movie like this during the strict masking and all that was pretty achievable, which is pretty like wow,
Oh, so they filmed this during?
Like the 2021, which it was still going around a lot,
Right,
actually.
a lot. So
and they filmed it during that time.
Oh, so all them scenes, they had to get like...
Yep. Right now? Oh. Oh, yeah. Well, maybe because a lot of people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of movies were actually made during that dreadful time, like including No Way Home, Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
all, those
But
movies.
they didn't braid it up.
Yeah, you're right. But, I think this was very subtle because they could have, like, really, like, even into the island, they could have been, like, social distancing and masking.
No, they didn't have to.
Well, I'm just saying, like, they could, if they wanted to make it completely...
Killed the mask off, honestly.
No, that's true. But here's the thing that I did enjoy about it is that have you ever thought about right when they're coming to, I think, is it to get on the boat? Where is that location? It kind of looks like, Greece.
Right?
Greece? I thought it kind of looked like Italy.
Or Italy.
It was Greece?
Right.
Okay.
Well,
maybe
I think
it was
the
Greece.
island's around Greece,
Okay.
right? So I'm guessing they met
okay.
up at Greece.
Yeah, okay.
Too. Right. So I think it's Greece.
Okay. Yeah, okay. It was Greece. Anyway, if you ever think about it, there is, just by the mask itself that everyone was wearing, you can tell exactly their point of view and their attitude that they have. Did you ever think about that?
The point of view or the mask they were wearing. Okay, yes.
Yeah. So for example, Blanc had the matching mask that matched with his outfit.
Yeah, that's you.
Did you notice that? No, that's the joke. That's not me. Oh my gosh! And then, like for example, Birdie, who's like this, who was on the magazine and all that, with this popular
Birdie?
girl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the popular
fashion girl.
Yeah, the
Yep.
fashion girl. She had a mask that did nothing. Had a bunch of holes in it.
Right. It was more like fashion. Yeah.
And then you had the scientist that had the nice, N95 mask.
Okay.
Because he's a scientist.
Oh yes, it's a scientist.
And then the governor or the person running for the politics,
yeah.
right? She had the mask, it kept coming down and she had to keep picking it up.
Uh-huh.
Like, and then there was, like people like Dave Bautista's character who didn't even have a mask on.
That's me.
Okay. All right. But you know what I'm saying? Like it
Dave Bautista.
yeah, what's his name? It's right there, isn't it? Who was
Duke.
Duke.
Yeah,
Yes,
Duke.
Duke. Yeah, that guy. Dave Bautista. He
Dave
was
Bautista. Yes,
the
WWE,
wrestler.
Yes.
The wrestler, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Batista Bomb, man. You remember that? Oh. Oh.
Hey.
Gosh.
Good
All
old
right,
days.
Jeez. But like that's if it wasn't during the times, where they had the mask, like they wouldn't have been able to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I guess, but you can also just see by what their job is. Obviously they're not gonna. If you take COVID out, you still get to see who that person is. Still,
Yeah. Yeah.
It don't matter about the mask, honestly.
Yeah. Okay.
I just wish virus wasn't in this movie.
Right. Okay. All right. I think it was subtle though, but okay. You just didn't want it at all, huh? That's fine.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Oh no, but Gabe, you're a beast at watching movies because I didn't even notice about those masks, bro.
Actually, I watched a video on it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you watched the video on it.
There-
He didn't see
hey,
it.
hey, come on. I listen. I always listen to other reviewers before I do my own review. I try to find, and it actually helps me because I find the most negative review, and then I find the most positive review because I like to see, why do people hate this movie, and why do people love this movie. It's kind of smart.
It is.
It's kind of smart.
Or you could be like me and just have your own opinion.
Yeah,
That-
I agree.
And not get influenced by other people.
Oh, so it's so for you it might be hard. For you don't want to hear anyone else.
Yeah.
Before you
I don't,
come in.
because then it just puts ideas
Yeah,
in
like-
me.
like-
yeah.
Then I'm
Yeah,
just
like if
okay,
you
okay.
watch a really good movie, then you're gonna be like, oh, that's true. That's a good thing. I love this movie now. You know,
Yeah.
and then or they talk about something negative, and then you're like, oh, well,
I
yeah,
guess
that's
it's not
true.
a
That
good
freaking
movie, yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing you bring up, but I mean, like that negativity I just tossed to the side. Like, oh, I don't agree with that, and that's
Yeah.
it. That's all you'd have to do.
Yeah.
Really.
I just give my own opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whichever, it doesn't matter. But
I rate this. No, I'm just.
No.
I already started. Say less.
Oh my gosh, no. But yes, I want to just talk about like the structure of this movie because it was different in the
Yeah.
way of like you have in the regular whodunit. Like I don't know if you've seen other like whodunit movies you've probably seen Clue,
Yes.
right? And you've probably seen like the Murder on the Orient Express.
Or on the Minor Express. No.
No, and what's the second movie into that one? There's a second part of it that you
Oh,
have
I
seen,
probably never
Death on the Nile.
Oh, yeah.
There's actually a movie that comes before that
Oh, really?
called The Orient Express with the same detective.
Oh, really?
So, yeah,
Death of the Nile? Yeah, that's a good one.
Death of the Nile was good. Yeah,
No virus in that one.
there was no virus even to begin with, but okay, they wouldn't even exist. Yeah, but yeah, okay, and so, there's not a lot out there, but they are out there. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And so, the way this is structured, especially the first one, like it's like everything happens and you have no idea who it is until the very end. But the way this was structured is like it kind of started in the middle, and then it went all the way to the ending, and then it went back. Did you see? It went back to the beginning.
Yes. At first,
Did you notice? So
the
you
first
saw
part
that?
was just, I'd say it's the introduction, right?
Okay.
Or of everybody. You get to see the point of everybody's view, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like basically, right? And then when it does that little switch is with the sister, right?
Yes.
Where you get to see it in her, like she's included now.
Yeah. But
Right.
that doesn't happen until she dies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it goes all through until she dies, and then
Yeah.
it does that switch,
And
right?
then it does the switch.
Right.
Goes-
Now we get to see that her basically seeing through what happened in the first, throughout the introduction. She's now included into it, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she goes and knocks on the door of Benoit Blanc,
Yes.
and that's where it starts.
And
Yeah.
That was a lot of chit-chatting.
A lot of chit-chat. Did it kind of slow it down for you a
Yes.
little bit?
It was slow.
I can understand. There are some parts that are slow a little bit, but I think that the goodness or the amazingness of this movie outweighs all of that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not. Oh, go ahead.
No.
It's not something that I'm gonna like skip or fast forward.
I
I'm saying?
fast forwarded.
Oh,
I skipped.
the second time
I
that he
skipped that
watched
part.
it.
Yeah, the second part. When it did that little switch of her, I had to like skip through that
Ooh.
real quick because it's basically just saying the first stuff, what happened, just in a different point of view. Now we get to see like the sister and like how these basically friends betrayed her and all that. And then how Miles. It just at the end it just tries to do that little bow thing, but I think for me it really didn't. Just because when that sister finds out, who done it, basically, because towards the end they don't know who did it, so they have to go to that one last room, which is Miles, and they realize it's underneath, like behind the fake napkin, that fake napkin.
Yep.
And so when they do that little napkin, from there, when Miles burns it, I mean, that just basically kills it for me. Because all the evidence they wanted was on that little napkin. And so how do they redeem themselves? By burning the Mona Lisa. You know?
Mona Lisa.
Like, I'm just like, what does a Mona Lisa have to do? I know there's a message behind that Mona Lisa and all that, but
I think it was something sorry to cut you off, but I think it was something that...
Oh, you're on?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was I think, I'm not sure, okay, but I think it's something that inspired him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was inspired by that, so that's why... I don't know, like, he got so inspired by that piece that's why he went rich, I think.
It's like he's trying to make it.
For him, it meant something.
Oh, I see I see it now.
So for him, it meant something.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when she burnt it, like she was like, "Oh, this is what you get," you know, and that's why it hurt him because it meant something to him.
Oh,
but now that you're saying that, now that you were just talking about that, I fell asleep on like a lot of times, bro. I watched this.
Yeah.
I watched the beginning part. I watched it like 3-4 times. And then plus I didn't even understand. I'm like, what the heck is all this, dude? Like, they're all talking, and I don't know what. Like, I don't know. You know, I don't even know. I don't know if it had to do with the first movie, like the first part.
No,
I didn't know.
This is different.
So I had to. I'm here texting Gabe, bro. I'm like, dude, I don't understand this thing. I'm like, what's going on? What's the then they get to the part where they do the mystery. Then Blanc, he just like, oh, it's him, and blah blah blah. You know.
That part too.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what? I'm like, what is going on? I was so confused, bro.
Yeah, the first one, it would just basically introduce who Blanc is. Honestly, that's all you needed.
But then I understood it as I kept watching it. They talked about like the sister, and I'm like, oh, okay, you know, and everything started making sense. It was. I haven't seen the first one, so to me, it was a good movie.
This movie is basically like you need to watch it a second time, basically. Just because you'll miss a lot of points during watching the first time because it switches different stuff, you know. So, and now I see how the Mona Lisa basically works. So basically, what's her name? The sister, obviously the first one, not the one recent, had this napkin that had the what was it on the napkin? Like some.
It's like how they created the little mineral
okay,
that's supposed to power all this incredible stuff is all on that napkin there,
okay, so the sister had that.
Mm-hmm.
So that basically that sister, that napkin was Miles's Mona Lisa, right? So his napkin is the Mona Lisa because he liked this, this Mona Lisa because something he like basically had a goal, So I guess now that the sister found the napkin, Miles burns it, is basically her telling that she's going to burn the Mona Lisa, which is that napkin, I guess. What his goal is, Yeah, so I guess that's what they were trying to say with that.
Well, I feel more like that. It's more like he's just trying to get even. She's just trying to get even with
basically even with the napkin and the Mona Lisa.
Right. But at the end of the day, like all of those people who were in the room, they could have turned Miles in. Like they were witnesses to the murder of this girl. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them saw him driving home that day away from that house. You know what I'm saying? The other ones, witnessed maybe the cup change or whatever. Maybe not that.
No,
maybe not
the
that.
cup. They was.
I'm just trying to.
The only person that knew Miles killed her was
Blanc.
Duke.
Oh yeah,
Duke
yeah.
was the
It
only
was
person
Duke,
because the rest went to the house, didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
It was only Duke, and
Now-
obviously Duke died. Was the first person to die.
Yeah.
So-
see that part right there when Miles killed Duke, I caught me off guard. Because if Blanc would have never shown or not Blanc, but it was Blanc explaining, that Miles killed Duke, right? And if they would have never shown that part, I would have never noticed. Like he just hands him the cup like normal, bro. Like he hands up his cup.
And the best thing is that everything that he mentions at the end of the movie, when you watch the movie a second time, you can actually see all of that taking place.
Yes.
Oh,
that's what I really,
you're right,
really enjoyed about that. For people who have a sharp eye, they'll be able to catch that early on.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I watched this and I basically figured it out the first time watching it.
No, not
because I
me.
caught that.
Oh, he's a smart man then, huh?
Yes, I
Yeah.
caught that.
So did you
Because-
you already
because-
had your suspicions
Yes.
then? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because when they do that little
So you're better
cup,
than Blanc. No,
No, Blanc is obviously really dumb compared to the first one.
Oh my
Compared to the first one,
no,
he's
no.
basically.
No.
I mean, I guess they give him that little detective thing with the first part, which was the party thing. I guess he aced that because I didn't know nothing about that.
That was so great, by
Yeah,
the way. I
it was
love
good.
that
What, the
scene.
party?
I
The
love
part-
that scene.
Yes, where he figures out that
fake murder.
The fake
Yeah,
murder.
oh, yeah, that was
that part
nice.
was really good
Yeah,
because
that was nice.
he basically knew what
Yeah.
what a real detective.
I think Blanc did a really good job. I like
Yeah.
everything he did. Everything.
Yeah.
The only thing I did not like, he's a detective. Okay,
Private
he
detective.
should at least have a gun, dude.
Well, he's a private detective.
private.
He doesn't really need it.
Well, yeah, but then at the end of the day, like he couldn't even he's like I can't do nothing. Like, man, what the hell? What you mean?
He even says to the girl in the very beginning when he comes to the house, he's like, "Well, I ain't no Superman or whatever."
Yeah, but at least they were already at the point where he knew that Miles killed this person, and he just walks away and he basically told her what to do, and that's why he gave her the lighter and all that, and and that's why she started breaking all the glass and all that stuff because he gave her the idea, but I don't know, I kind of feel like he could have I don't know done something, I don't know, but that's just my opinion, I don't know.
I get it. Blanc, this movie, honestly, he was just there to solve this mystery, right?
Well, that's what he was hired to do.
Yeah, he's hired to do this mystery, right? Yeah, but he the only way he can solve the mystery is with evidence, because there's no way he can solve a mystery with
It's true.
So this evidence that he needed was the only thing he needed that could help her. The sister was that napkin. Once that napkin got destroyed, he had no evidence to help her at all. So he was he was basically, once that napkin was gone, he's basically useless, because all that work he did is all gone because of that napkin.
Except for the witnesses that did not want to come forward.
Oh yes, the witnesses, yes,
yeah,
but
yeah.
obviously the only witness I feel like is Duke, which he's dead, because he's the one that seen Miles going away from the house where he was going. Because the other people didn't see Miles have evidence of Miles being there at the house. They just went to the house when it was empty, So
I think I don't remember. It's because I don't remember off the top of my head, but I know each one of them knew something about Miles, or even the napkin. They could have said they saw the napkin, and she even said it too. Who saw the napkin before he burned it? Because that would have been a fine testimony right there. If all 4 people in that room, or 4 or 5, I forgot, 4 or 5 people in that room said, yeah, that napkin had all the evidence on it against one, they would win.
yeah, they would win.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing at the beginning, when Miles, they're all testifying with the actual the other sister, where they're all testifying and saying they basically just betrayed her, even though they knew that. So basically, throughout this movie, towards the end, they still would have gone with Miles because the evidence is gone. He's the one that's been funding all their careers.
Exactly.
They got to stay with him.
Yeah.
But once the sister destroys that place, they're not with her, because Miles is basically gone with the Mona Lisa, because that thing is basically going to jail now because that piece is destroyed. So obviously now they're with her.
Well, he did want to be remembered in the same breath of the Mona Lisa.
So there you go.
Yeah. So I think that's how they ended up occurring. In the very end, you see that they do end up siding with the sister and being like, you know what, Miles is wrong.
Oh yeah, because now his career's over. That's why.
Exactly.
They weren't really there for him, as they were just there for his money.
Yeah,
basically.
that's true.
That's what happens with billionaires. They don't got real friends.
Does Miles remind you of anybody?
Miles, or just billionaires, I guess.
No, Miles. Does he remind you of any of the character?
Miles, no.
It's actually, a lot of people say that he's based off of Elon Musk.
Oh yeah, because he's a rich guy.
Yeah. So
I don't know, but that island is lit, bro. I loved it.
yeah.
As soon as they get
It's
there,
a
I
nice
was like,
island.
man. And I saw the big old cebolla over there. Yeah, bro. I like the whole, like, he had his porch up there. I mean, I think that's kind of a little too dumb, but I mean, I guess when you have a lot of money, you want to, you have a really nice ride you want to put in there.
I mean, he can't drive it in the island.
And that's what I'm saying. It's kind of dumb, but
Well,
I mean,
right,
I mean, still, like that'll be cool. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is like he has so much money, he doesn't know what to do. Oh, hold on, $1 million so I can put my car here. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, I thought it was that whole island looks nice. The pool, the whole beach, everything, man. It looks. And then, this is not a smoking section.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
The dude just throws his cigarette or his cigar. My bad. But yeah, like everything, dude. The way the whole house is nice, dude. I loved it.
It's nice. It is really nice. It's like all see-through glass, Yeah, I guess that's why they call it the glass onion.
You can see everything.
Yep. Oh, okay. Yep. And I love what you mentioned about that. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love what you mentioned about like the comedy in this movie I think is spot on. You think about just kind of running through the simple, subtle comedy. Like at the spray at the beginning, and how people are making those disgusting faces when they get the spray put in their mouth, And, like the arrow shooting the fake blood, like when Benoit Blanc first, solves the first mystery, and then all of a sudden that thing shoots and squirts blood.
Like, there you go.
Yeah. And then he's getting an iPad. Like this is a very funny movie. The Jeremy Renner hot sauce. That one knocked me out, man. That one was hilarious too.
Yeah.
I mean,
the little when she gets shot and that little drip, that was about to go into her nose.
The hot sauce.
I'm like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
But then I mean, that thing will burn, bro. But what I thought it was weird is like she like gets up and she starts going like to search for the napkin. Dude, I would have been like, still like
she like sneeze and stuff.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
that's it. Yeah, it goes away with that sneeze. Dude, that thing would have still been burning, bro.
For real.
Yeah, man. But
The way hot sauce works, it gets right here. You still screw.
Yeah, bro. But I mean, some of the stuff was pretty funny.
Smokeless garden, like you mentioned. I love in the very end too, when the whole thing is just the alarms going and they don't care. They're just smoking.
Oh yeah,
because the whole thing's already blown up and already.
That one other guy,
and then the random guy on the island was hilarious, dude.
The random guy, he's over there smoking.
No. And he keeps coming up randomly.
Yeah, bro. When the girl
searches,
she goes in and she's like, she just stares at him, bro.
You want to
like,
join me?
What was that?
He's like, you want to join me or something like that.
I don't remember what he said.
Yeah, he said something like that.
Yeah, I think he said
Yeah, it's a very funny movie. I enjoyed the comedy.
It's comedy, basically.
Yeah, it really is funny. So yeah. But you enjoyed the comedy, not so much.
It's the only thing that has this movie, I guess, is comedy. Throughout this, it's more like comedy, less than a mystery, basically, like a detective work. It's more comedy.
Did you want it to feel? Because I know it was funny in the first movie too.
Oh yeah, it was funny.
Are you saying they put too much comedy in this one?
I think so.
Oh,
I know I can't compare it to the first one because it's different. It's different.
I think it's supposed to be different because
yes.
I know who wants to see the same movie. I'm just saying.
What?
Who wants to see the same exact movie in a different on an island instead of a house?
Oh, well, it doesn't have to be the same. It really doesn't. It's just that they added a lot of comedic stuff on this one. And I don't want to compare it to the first one because it's different. Because the first one, it's not as much as comedic as this one, but yet there's still funny parts on the first one. Right?
Maybe it's just the people.
I think it is the people.
I think it's just...
Because over here is just a family thing. Over here is a friend thing.
Yeah. It's maybe like that lady that was like... She was wild.
The Birdie?
I think that's her name. Birdie.
Birdie.
Yeah, she was wild, bro. So maybe it's just the type of people.
Yeah, I think it has
the way, you know what I mean? Like you said that you think Blanc is kind of dumb. Maybe because of the way he talks or maybe the way he carries himself.
He's way different on this one than the first one.
So that's why. I think
he's
it's
way different.
More the people. But I don't know. But that random guy, that was pretty funny. But I never understood why they put him there. You know what I mean?
That's why. Because he's...
Like, what was the purpose of that?
For him,
comedy.
Comedy.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
Just like how they do C-3PO in Star Wars.
In those movies, you know those scary movies.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like that. Like they just bring out random stuff.
What's up?
Yeah. Oh gosh.
All right, guys. This concludes.
All right. Hey.
That
But yeah,
concludes it.
it's not really like the a lot of movies do this. Like I mentioned, for Star Wars they added Jar Jar Binks to make it funny. Or
I think that's different because Jar Jar Binks had a point, like had a purpose.
okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, they kind of made him to do funny little things, but he had a purpose. That later on he was
Well, they helped him.
president. I
Yeah,
don't know
like
what he
something like
was.
that,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, some sort of
Yeah.
senator or something.
Yeah. So, but this guy, he didn't have no purpose, bro. He was just
Well, yeah, I
then
know.
he walks around, just looks, and then he leaves, and
Well,
he's
I
in
thought
his,
it was
in
funny.
his room smoking.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was funny. See, it's hilarious.
Funny.
It is funny.
It is funny. I'm not
Yes.
saying it's not.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying like I don't understand the purpose of that. But I mean,
okay.
the purpose of him being in the movie. Obviously, they put him for comedy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's it.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So let's just kind of talk about that the ending, because I was kind of split until I watched it for the second time. But in the ending, you notice Benoit Blanc hands over the the little power source,
Oh yeah.
and as he walks off, she decides she's gonna basically destroy the entire all the glass in the onion, basically,
Mhm.
right. Eventually leading everyone to start destroying stuff to the point where she is like, you know what? Let's just blow this thing up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you think? What happened when you? Because I would like to know when this thing exploded. Did you think everybody died when you first watched this movie?
Death in this movie, it doesn't exist.
I don't know. I honestly am trying to think how they exploded the thing. I know the house was on fire.
It was with the power source that it has. I don't know. It's very like explosive. I guess.
What? Like what? What was
The
it?
mineral-
I don't
it was
The
remember.
mineral. It's like a very powerful.
The house was
mineral.
running off of that mineral.
Yeah.
So I guess if they put more mineral in it, the house explodes, I guess.
And that mineral was where?
It would be like the Hindenburg.
Was
It's
that in
like-
the Mona Lisa?
No, it's like in a earth. They just found it.
Okay.
So they dug it up.
Or I
found a-
thought they might have created it. They didn't
Oh,
create it.
they created it, I guess.
Because on the
Okay.
napkin, that's kind of they were
Oh,
explaining.
yeah.
They're
They didn't
explaining
dig
the
it up. I'm
source.
thinking of it like a
Yeah.
mineral.
Yeah, but
actual
I don't
mineral.
remember who like did somebody throw it in the fire? That mineral was that mineral in the Mona Lisa and the fire touched it. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
she threw it in the
She
fire.
threw
right?
it? Yeah.
And then the air conditioner or something went
Oh,
up in the air
yes.
condition.
Because when it reacts with fire, I guess
Yeah,
it's like a bomb.
The Hindenburg.
Okay.
Yes.
They reference the Hindenburg. a lot.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yes. So
Yep.
it's basically, if that touches fire, it'll just explode, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
Okay.
explosion. Yeah.
I didn't remember that part.
Yeah.
I didn't remember if she threw it or but yeah. Now that you're saying, I don't. They should all burn, but
I think they should. It's because, especially with that other one, the sister gets shot, and the thing that saves her is a notebook.
yeah,
That's
was,
dumb.
Yeah, that was pretty.
That
dumb.
should have been like through her body.
Yeah.
That little notebook saved her from a
And then
bullet.
that
What
gun,
was
it
in
was
that
a.
notebook,
I think
though,
that gun was like like a 40 or 45. That thing was
Yeah,
huge.
that thing was.
The bullets are huge, bro.
Duke
That thing
had
will
that
go
gun
straight-
like.
Yeah,
you
bro.
know?
Yeah, that bullet would have gone through that notebook, bro.
Yeah, it was a notebook, right? Or it was like
Yeah.
a
I
steel.
don't know, some sort of steel, something like steel or metal or something like that.
It couldn't be
I
metal
thought it
because you
was.
would have been able to hear it. Bing.
I don't know. I
Was
think
was
you
a
guys
notebook.
are,
Was
you guys
it a
are-
notebook?
I think you guys might be thinking a little too much into it. You know?
No, it's
No.
just dumb. A bullet can't. I mean, I don't know. It was
Well,
another.
yeah, it's
Don't
because
you don't you remember Rush Hour 2 when he had all them Benjamins and that girl was poking him with that
it's
big old
it's a
staff?
comedic movie, bro.
You know?
That's why.
I'm just trying to say.
Yeah, because
I'm just trying
if
to-
you think of it, the
You're right,
first
that
one.
doesn't exist.
If you think the first
Actually,
one,
you said death doesn't exist in the movie, and Duke died.
he gets basically
Poisoned.
poisoned. Well, it's because he's allergic to pineapple.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, dude.
So he
And
dies over
and even,
pineapple.
Yes.
even Benoit Blanc says that's the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's like
yes.
it's like it's
Yeah, that you're right.
comedic.
You're
It's
right.
comedic.
Miles
Yeah, that
is
was
dumb.
pretty dumb.
It's because Miles, the
It-
billionaire, is
it's-
so dumb.
Yes.
You know, it's like
It's comedic because the first one, that no way it would run.
Yeah.
If I seen that in the first movie, horrible movie because it's more realistic the first one than this one. I say because the first one, death is like taken like it's real. It's like no bullet, no gun. It's basically just knives.
Oh,
That's why it's called Knives Out.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
okay.
Well, I still think you guys might be thinking a little bit too into it.
Well, yeah,
Because
now the I get it now. I don't hate it now because it's funny. It's supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
It's not realistic, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Well, and if you think about it, there's no perfect movie out there. If you think about it,
Well, yeah.
there's a YouTube channel called Cinema Sins. Have you ever heard of it? They will tear apart any movie that you love.
Well, yes, but that's
So I've watched that, and you better be careful when watching that channel because it might make you hate the movie that you love.
Nah.
But
No,
for me,
there's no way.
exactly for me, it doesn't
it's
do
my
it for
thing.
me.
It's
yeah,
my
it's my thing too.
opinion about the movie and how I
Yes,
enjoy it.
I know, but
there's no way
Yeah,
somebody's gonna ruin
even,
it.
Even if he was to break down my favorite movie and they were to break it down and
Yeah.
call out
I
all the
agree.
negatives,
I agree. Yeah.
I love the movie.
Exactly.
Yes.
No, I agree
Yeah.
completely. But I'm just saying.
No, you don't.
No, I'm
kidding.
just saying. I've seen like for my favorite movies like Skyfall and Iron Man.
Did you
and
see
all of
Skyfall's on
these.
Netflix?
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't. See
I was
it.
gonna watch it today, and I was.
You
Then
should.
I saw
You should.
Air Force 2, or not 2, but Air Force.
Air
you know
Force.
Air
the
Force.
get
The
off
one.
my plane.
That's
You see
a
that?
joke.
And I put
Oh
it,
my
bro, and I'm
God.
like, dude, this is from
That
1970.
no,
I'm like,
no,
I'm
no.
out. I
You have-
stopped it.
Oh my gosh.
Bro,
I just saw the
don't
first
do
part
it.
where they took the Russian guy. Yeah,
That's it.
sorry,
All
but
right, that's
yeah,
enough.
sorry,
We're not
I'm
talking
sorry
about
we went
that.
off track a little
All right,
bit, but
I'm just saying.
know.
I'm just saying that
Uh-huh.
there are people that can that will point every little problem in our favorite movies.
yeah,
Yeah.
But like I guess all of us here agree that doesn't affect us.
No, it doesn't.
Nah.
This-
So
If you love a
I'm
movie, you
just-
love a movie.
Exactly. Yeah, and I agree with that too. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I agree with that too. But I'm just saying, like in Knives Out, there are those videos that exist, and I bet, and I feel like they're being extremely picky when they go through those movies.
Yeah,
And I feel like maybe when you're thinking too much about that bullet thing, I think that might be more of like a nitpicky thing. Because
it is. Now that I see,
Yeah.
now that you talked about it, I guess yeah. I can't. It's because of the thing. This is the thing. You can't compare it to the first one. It's a different thing. So you got to see it in a different eye.
And the way the director explains it, it's just that it's just another mystery of
Yes.
Benoit Blanc.
Yes.
So just because you watch the second movie and not the first one, you can do that because there's really there's nothing in the first one that's gonna be repetitive besides of like the whodunit mystery type style.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I like about this series, and they're gonna make another one, and hopefully they continue with it because
I hope so.
I hope they continue with it because I think Daniel Craig is having it looks like he's having a great time in this role.
Yeah, he is.
And I think Daniel Craig is amazing in this role. So not because he was James Bond, but
Oh yeah, it's because of that.
no,
Especially
no,
in the
no, no,
scene.
no, no.
Especially in
Yes,
that one
it is.
scene where the
Yeah.
bullet goes through that glass. It was 007.
no,
It
that was
reminded
not-
me of
no,
007.
No,
Yeah.
it did not.
Yes, the way
Yeah.
he turned around and
In
like
slow
seen the
motion.
bullet. I'm just like, that's 007 right
Oh,
yeah. I bet you Gabe was all happy. He's like, this is my favorite movie now.
that's
For
a
real.
joke.
That's probably
That's
why
a
he loves
joke.
it so much.
Yeah.
No, it's interesting.
Did
how,
you guys? That gun was nice though. Sorry.
Oh, yeah?
but yeah, that gun was
Yeah,
nice,
I
man.
like that.
Nice gun.
I liked it how he had it carried it all the whole time.
Even
Yeah.
in the swimming pool, he had it in his trunks.
Yeah.
Man, that was
Wherever
great.
That's
Duke is,
awesome, though.
it's the gun with
And
him.
then
always.
he's wild. He'll just whip that thing out and just go right in the air.
Yeah,
man.
he's in the island, bro. Would have done the
Oh
same,
my
bro.
God.
Nobody
No,
can
he
hear
did
you.
that even when he was driving on the motorcycle. That's crazy. Don't you remember when he driving on the motorcycle? He was shooting it.
I
in
thought
there.
it was a motorcycle doing pop, pop.
No. Oh no, it was the girl who did that. No, it was the girl who did that because he was too busy, riding. I think it was the girl who whipped it out and shot in the air. Yeah. So that's
I don't-
crazy.
so what-
the
what-
wild
what did-
couple, man. let
Yeah,
me tell
but
you.
did you see the girl? She was like she was doing her thing with Miles, and the guy's looking through the window. He seems really
Okay.
sad, but then later on things changed.
Yeah,
like he basically told her to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, he's
Yeah.
bribing
Yeah.
her for him to get more views on, or
Yeah.
like make him go
Uh-huh.
on Twitch.
Yeah, I was like, man,
He's
what the
famous.
heck?
Yeah,
Yeah,
famous.
I'm telling you, it caught me off guard. All this caught me off guard.
Mm-hmm. Well,
It's
Yeah,
funny.
I thought he was like heartbroken for real.
No, that's why you get to see it. Like, it's basically you're watching the same thing the second time, just in a different eye, I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
I think it lives up to it. Yeah.
yeah.
It's good. It's good. So you already knew the killer then right away.
Yes, I knew the killer.
Okay. Also, Brian thought the same way. He was already calling it in the
Yeah.
very beginning when I watched it with him.
Mm-hmm.
So, what about you? Did you have any idea?
No, man, I was just enjoying
Oh,
the movie.
you're just enjoying the
He was
movie.
just laughing.
I was just watching, bro. I was just
Oh
watching it.
my
Normal,
gosh.
like a normal movie. But yeah, I didn't have no idea. I thought as soon as Blanc figured out the first little mystery, yeah, I thought it was like not over. But I'm like, okay, so then something's gonna happen, and they're gonna try to, find that mystery or something.
Yeah.
I never ever in my life thought it was gonna be something like the sister, the girl, like, you know what I mean, like something from the past.
Yeah,
I never
that
thought
little
that.
twist.
Yeah, I didn't think that at all, bro. I thought it someone was gonna die and then somebody killed him in between all them, but like they were not gonna find or something. I don't know. They were not gonna they were gonna figure that out. But I never thought it was that the girl.
And one thing I really enjoyed is that when they did that switch, because you see in the middle, you see that she dies, right? We are led to believe that she dies. And then, you go to that flashback and then you hear the conversation, between her and Benoit Blanc. And all of a sudden you start to feel like a little emotional, like a little sad, because you think that she knew the risk coming to the island. She knew that Benoit Blanc was not going to protect her. He ain't no bodyguard. And so then you kind of start to feel sad because like, oh my gosh, she knew the risks. And now you start to sympathize and be like, oh my gosh, now she's dead. Did that make you feel sad at all?
No.
No? You didn't
No.
weren't like, oh my
No.
gosh, like
No, I just like I said, it was like a trip, like everything that happened, like like for me, it was like if you were watching two different movies, so you can understand what I'm saying.
oh,
Because like I'm watching the movie and all this is like, like when they get off the boat, and he like sneaks and says something, to her. But when you're first watching it, you don't think, any of that.
Right.
Until they like, I'm like, oh damn, like the cup, for example, about Duke, he hands him. I saw that normal. It's like if I was to give you a cup, you know what I mean?
Right.
But then, and then he dies all of a sudden. I'm like, well, how the heck did he die? Like, so to me, I'm just watching. So other people are probably like, oh, it was him. I'm not thinking about that.
Yeah.
I'm watching the movie.
Yeah,
he just
watching
died.
like,
Somebody
Right.
killed him.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
And you're trying to figure out who did it.
I'm not.
Oh, you're
I'm
not.
just
Oh
watching
my
it.
gosh.
You're just watching.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
okay,
other
okay.
people that
Yeah.
while watching this,
Yeah.
they're
That's
already
me.
thinking.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
already thinking of like what's gonna happen next, or and they can figure it out.
Yeah.
And all that. I can't. I just watch the movie as it goes, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you think about every one of those people in that room had, a reason to kill Miles. Did you know that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
They were trying to tease you when the first part. They were
Yeah.
all trying to tease you like all these people here are trying to kill him.
Yeah, but the thing is that everybody got excited when they received their gift through the mail.
Oh,
Everybody
Oh,
seems so
yeah.
excited.
Well, that's just basically an invitation, I guess.
Yeah, but why they get all excited if they wanted to kill him?
Well, it's because they do it every year, I guess.
Yeah, it's like an every year thing. They go like on
Yeah,
this
they
little
go
vacation,
together on the
type of
vacation thing. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
But this time he wanted to do it like a mystery thing. That's why it's different.
Yeah.
So that's why the boxes. I like the boxes. I wish I had
They're
one.
pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that box
They're
is pretty cool. It was a little
It's
mystery box.
like an escape room. It's like
yeah,
that.
it's like a
Yeah.
little mystery box.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I would have never made it to the island. We're still trying to figure.
Oh my god, you would have been like the girl just smashing it with the hammer.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
actually the easiest
Yeah.
way.
Now, what
Oh
did
my
trip me
gosh.
out is when Blanc got there and he's like, "I never invited you." That did trip
Oh,
me out. I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"What?" I'm like, "What's going on? Like, you didn't get invited?" And also, what I thought it was funny. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about so many things.
Yeah.
Also, what I thought it was funny it was when he's like, "Well, now you just want an iPad Pro."
yeah.
Oh yeah, he wants an iPad.
Yeah, he's the
that's
first. He
funny
wins the
stuff
normal
right there.
iPad, then he gets an iPad Pro. He upgraded. That was pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's funny. Especially when he's like in a reward. What do we win?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then obviously he doesn't say nothing, but then he's like,
Maybe like an
An
iPad,
iPad,
or
yeah.
something.
yeah, like
yeah. And I love the subtle difference of when he solves it and then he gets thrown the iPad. Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's a funny movie, man. And let me tell
It's
you,
funny.
it is funny. Is there anything we're missing from this movie? Oh, help me out here. Is there anything else that we didn't talk about?
Glass onion.
Glass Onion.
No, I don't.
Interesting name, huh?
No, it's just a good movie. Just
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great movie.
It is. It is a really good movie. But so I guess what was the things that you perhaps didn't like about this movie? Like for me, I think one issue is that it does start off slow. You know, I mean, actually, a matter of fact, until the point where they get to the party itself. You know, the first night at the party, it's like, oh my goodness, you know, what's going on here? But, you know, after that, you know, boom, down the train. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I can definitely tell that there might be some people that try to begin this movie and they'll probably turn it off. Yeah, for sure. Uh-huh. I'm not going to mention any names, but noise. Oh, time to go to sleep.
Yeah, I don't know. It like it
for you too, right? Kinda.
Yeah, like I don't know. It was a little weird. When I first started watching it, it was like more like as they were talking. To me, it was more like they were interviewing the people. You know, something like that. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, first, you know, it starts, you know, at the scientist lab, and he's having like a Zoom meeting, and yeah, you know, and he's just talking there, and you don't even know what's going on, who's who. You don't even know if it's gonna be. I don't know. Then all of a sudden, the dude, you know, like he said, like Paulo said that he's in the bathtub playing Among Us, but then he's kind of like, it seems like he's kind of like depressed, kind of.
Well, yeah,
he wants a mystery, man. He wants
because of the virus.
Yeah. But still, I mean, what I'm trying to say is like it was, like I didn't know what was going on. Even with the invitation, I was like, okay.
Actually, that's a good point.
Yeah, until they got to the boat, then it was you know, because now you know that they're all gonna meet together. They all got invited somewhere. You know, then it started getting a little better, but because you know something's, you know.
Yeah, that's where it goes. Yeah. Starts to go, you know.
Yeah, but in the beginning, you're just lost. Like, you're just watching.
You're just watching them talk.
You're along for the ride.
Yeah.
You sure are. Yeah. So it did get off a little bumpy, but after that, 100 miles an hour, man.
Yeah. What about the first movie, the Knives Out? I think it's called. You guys said.
Yeah.
Knives Out, right?
Yes.
Okay, really that one. Does it start like that or no? Kind of confusing.
You have to hear our review, man. It's
no.
Really
I'll just tell you a little quick.
I kind of did hear it, but I didn't want the spoilers.
Oh,
no, you should see it. It's really good, but it's just
on
it's
Spotify, Apple Podcast. Sorry, go ahead.
It's basically it's the same. They introduce everybody at the beginning, but there's a reason, because instead of this one they show the death at first.
Oh.
Like what the beginning, you know?
Or like midway type.
Yeah. Instead this one it's like towards the end, I guess.
Oh, okay. So basically on the first one,
or
like
midway, yes.
So basically on the first movie, you know what the purpose of everything is.
Like you get a point. You get to see a point of view of what the murder happened, basically, and then
so you know what the mystery is about.
Yes. So they're just trying to figure out who killed that person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And throughout the movie, it goes like that.
Yeah.
You get basically step by step. There's no going back or forth. It just goes straight one way.
Oh, dang. So you got to pay attention on that one.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one was, I mean, this was pretty cool. I mean, I did like it.
Yeah.
This one's pretty cool because if you don't pay attention, they basically explained it. You know, how Duke died, you know, with a pineapple.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it does
So
little
dumb.
details here
So
and there.
dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it does it, but.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb though, man.
Yeah, I know.
dumb.
Well, because Miles is dumb. So
Yeah, Miles is dumb.
I know,
He's a
but
dumb
still.
man.
Like,
Now, is this movie?
I mean, he's dumb smart because,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you know,
I
like,
guess. Yeah.
you know, like, what poison? What if he would have put poison? I mean, that would, you know.
Well, that's how he poisoned the girl, the sister, right?
Yeah.
He poisoned. He put something in her
Put it
drink.
in her
Yeah,
drink,
but they were alone though.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
over here they
and
had
she's
people.
dumb to trust him to drink that.
Oh,
I mean, no, it's just, you know, like,
yeah.
I wouldn't have never expected if I was on Duke's, you know, spot. Because
I'm talking
nobody
about the
knew
sister.
that the girl was dead.
Oh, I know. Nobody knew about I was talking about the girl drinking whatever Miles gave her, and she dies.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
the thing is that she trusted him.
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
she did.
she wasn't like that. Like, she wasn't a bad person. But if I would have never even opened the door for him. Oh, man, get out of my porch. You just went to court for this and this and that.
Yeah.
Like, man, get out of my house.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I would have gone
Which
for a shot.
I don't. Oh
No.
he doesn't. That is true. Because
Yeah.
when she finds out she found the napkin, she basically emailed everybody else except Miles.
Yeah.
Right?
She's like, I got the evidence.
The
This
evidence.
will make me win in court, basically.
Yeah.
Because basically Miles stole the business from her.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's why she's trying to
Yeah.
sue. You know,
Yeah.
him
It's
for
messed-
taking her idea.
Messed up. That is messed up.
That is messed up.
Yeah, that really is.
That is.
Mhm.
And it's more messed up that she brought him in. Like she was the last person. Miles was the last person to bring into the group.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But
It's true.
that is messed up.
Oh, wow. That is. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's messed up, man.
That Miles was the last person to come into the group.
Or was it?
Oh, yeah.
Like they were all friends. They would always go to
Yeah.
the Glass Onion, drink, blah, blah, blah. But then the girl, what's her name? The girl that died?
I don't,
There's two names for her.
There's two names, though. I got Andy.
Oh,
Yeah,
Andy.
Andy. Yeah.
Andy is the one that's...
Andy's that
Dead.
died. And then I
The
think
dead
the
one, right?
sister was Helen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy was the one that died, and then
Yeah,
Helen was
was
the other
the
one.
sister.
Helen
twin
was the
sister.
sister?
Yep, that
Okay.
makes sense. Yep,
Yeah.
Helen was the one.
So Andy brought in Miles like last minute thing, you know, and they were always
Mhm.
together, and then Andy, then Miles does this to Andy. That's messed up.
yeah.
He just
Well,
literally
because
just
Miles-
takes everything.
I think in the beginning, Miles had that money. He had the money, basically, to help them out.
Yeah.
That's why. You know?
Yeah.
So he had the
Money talks. I'm telling you, be
Yeah.
careful.
Yeah, that's why we need to find somebody to give us some money, you know, for
Oh,
this.
yeah. Sponsors, hit us up.
Yeah.
Email in the description. Thank you.
To carry this thing, to, you know.
We want billboards. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh.
Next thing you know, we're going to be on Fox News.
Oh my gosh.
Gabe's gonna be giving the weather.
It's going to be the
And
weatherman.
over here we have blue skies. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
What else? no, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna
He's
be the-
He's practicing already. And if you didn't notice, usually it's a woman giving.
No, my, there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong. Don't be shaming like that. Don't be shaming like that.
Nah, just kidding.
Oh,
There's guys. I've seen
all
guys.
right,
There's guys.
All right. All right.
The one that gives me the
Anyway.
weather is Alexa, but
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. All right. Anyway, let's bring it back here. One thing that I absolutely love, you know how you always have those scenes in movies where it's like, oh, man, I would just go to that scene, watch it, and then that's it. Like those favorite scenes in movies. Do you agree with me? You have those
Yeah.
favorite moments in
Okay.
movies? Okay. Because I do. I always like, But anyway, in the first Knives Out, I think for me, it's the ending. I always go back to that ending. I just love hearing Benoit Blanc explain everything.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, that's the best
And
part.
then in this second movie, we get two of those scenes, and I love those scenes. In the very, in the middle when he's at the party, and then at the very end when he's explaining everything at the very end. And I absolutely love those scenes.
What's the one in the middle?
When the fake death, when Miles fake dies.
Oh.
Yeah. When they're eating. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. When they're eating. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Okay, good.
I know what scenes you're talking about, and I like that part too when he's explaining everything little by little, and then he just literally points out who the killer is and who why he did this or how he do that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Miles just stands there with the blood.
Yeah.
He's like, man, you just gave it all up.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Now what are we
Hilarious.
supposed to do the whole week?
my gosh. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
people wanted to go home actually after that. So yeah.
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 I would have been out there in the island, bro.
Nah, I would.
With that random guy.
Oh
No, I'm
my
just kidding.
gosh!
It's a
All
joke.
right, smoking.
I would have been walking around randomly
true.
with him.
True.
Guys,
I would have
that's
hopped on
joke.
the drums in his room.
Yeah,
Oh.
there you go. Yeah, bro.
I would have been, psst.
All right, jeez.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
All right, relax.
there you go.
All right. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add about this movie, or are we got everything down, right? We Gucci.
We got it down.
All right. Well, then in that case, you know what we do at the end of every podcast. Although we have released a podcast this year, this is actually our first year. This is actually our first podcast that we're recording this year. So, yes. Let's roll this ad.
Are you willing to start a podcast with your buddies?
Yes, sir.
Well, do I have the plug for you guys? Podbean, our distributor, is willing to give you the first month for free when you use the code podbean.com/etfree1. And you'll get your own website And in that website, you can distribute it to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so many other platforms. So go and get your buddies.
And do you have a small business that you're willing to promote?
Yes, sir.
Then Podbean Advertising has the perfect hookup for you. All you need to do is go to sponsorship.podbean.com/ETFree1, and they will give you hooked up for advertising for up to $100 free credit. And we're back from that ad. Please support us. But anyway, let's jump into these ratings. We are ready to jump into these ratings. And I didn't know. Did you want to also kind of give a little rating to it? Do you mind?
Yeah, he's seen it, right?
So yeah, absolutely.
I'll do my rating.
Right.
I'll go first.
But before we give our ratings, let's find out what other people think about this thing. We got to find out. We got to, what's going on here. Let's take a look here. The IMDb fan score. Are you ready for this? Is a 7.3 out of 10. Oh, that's
7.3?
Yeah, that's pretty solid right there. Oh, moved down it moved a little bit down. He's got the correct information here. So it is a 7.3 out of 7.2 out of 10. Okay. 0.1, what's the difference?
Hey, that's a huge
difference. There's a difference.
Okay.
It's going down for more of a 7
It's like
instead
if
of
you
a
say
7.
A and A minus. A minus. Yeah,
that makes a
there's
big
a difference.
difference.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. All right. My apologies.
Better be. No,
All right. 7.2 out of 10. You know what? I'm going to change it right here.
Yeah, you should change it.
What if I review this?
You're trying
later?
to lie to the audience and lie to them about the score.
I'm sorry. All right.
Now I got to double check your numbers.
Well, I don't think it's changed since I last checked it.
Okay.
Rotten Tomatoes, what do you call it? The critics.
Oh.
Thank you. Yes. The Rotten Tomatoes critics score certified fresh rating of 93%. Wow. Wowzers. But the audience, for the first time ever, matches that score at a 93% for the audience. Wow.
Very nice.
That is very good. That is very good. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Well, did you want to go first then?
Yeah.
Mr. Ismail?
Yep.
Go right ahead.
Go for it.
Okay, so I give it a A minus.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. The beginning, like I said, in the beginning, dude, I fell asleep. Okay. In the beginning, I fell asleep like 3 times, and I'm over here texting Gabe, and I'm like, dude, I am so lost. I didn't even know what was going on. But after watching it, and after paying a little bit of more attention, and as it kept going, it was a great movie, and I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember if I got emotional on any parts. I don't think so.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a good movie. And it wasn't a great movie because then you would hear me yelling.
Right.
Or you would hear me, or you would have seen me in tears.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
But
Well, not every great movie needs to make you cry, though, right?
well, it depends. If it's an emotional movie, I get emotional.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I
If
cry.
there's death in
Ain't
it and I
nothing wrong-
cry,
yeah.
it's a good movie.
Yeah, like if there's death or
But
something.
if there's a
or-
death and I don't cry,
Have you guys ever, like, for example, have you guys ever seen the movie Hachi, the dog?
Yes.
Okay. Like that thing, I was bawling, bro.
Oh, my God. What about the animated bunny one? It's called Watership Down or something like that.
I don't know.
You've never heard of that one? That one,
I
oh,
never
that'll
even watched
make
it.
a grown man cry. Watch it. It's with a bunch of bunnies.
Oh.
You'll see. It's a short movie too.
You mean the IHOP or whatever?
No. Oh my gosh! No, stop it!
Or something.
All right, okay,
Peter.
all right. No.
The little bunny that plays the drums.
Okay, all right. No, we're not talking about that.
No, I know, but
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
like if it gets like I said, if
Ooh,
it's just the Hachi dude. Oh man, bro, especially if you have a dog, dude. Oh man, I was hugging Coco, bro. I was like, please don't ever die, bro. I'm serious, bro.
Oh man.
Yep. And if it's a great movie, like and something happens, like it's an action movie and it gets intense, I start yelling, bro.
No. I had the opposite where it's so intense, like the action is so good, I start crying.
I've never heard of that.
I never heard of that either.
Really?
Okay, wow.
Yeah, bro. It's like
This is so good, guys.
Oh my gosh, I've never.
The director's
Really?
doing great, and the actors.
Look at the way they're smacking that guy right
Yeah.
now. Is that how you
Yeah.
feel?
Yeah, I know,
Oh my
right?
God.
and only,
Did you see
but
that
only
bullet?
one movie's done that.
Did you see the bullet go through the door and kill the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy.
okay.
I never heard of that. But
Okay,
yeah, I give it
okay.
an A
All right,
minus.
all
That was a
right.
good movie.
Oh, very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice. Okay. Oh, by the way, this just in, the rating of the tomato meter has changed by 1%. It is actually 92%. So
Yeah.
the critics 92, 1%, whatever. He told me to say it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to lie.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. It's because
So.
I think I wrote this stuff down like about a week and a half ago. So
Yeah.
I guess
guess
from
it's
now
not
on,
very
guys, you
accurate.
guys got to check the.
Yeah.
we will check the ratings right before we record.
for
From now on,
real.
we don't have any problem. That's going to be
Of
one
today's date of
Yes.
releasing this, it's just those numbers right now.
of
So
the podcast.
it might
goals.
change.
Yeah.
It might change over time.
As of oh yeah, that's true. There we go.
It could
Yeah, that's
change
true.
over
Yeah,
time. But
uh-huh.
for right now, it's these numbers.
Yeah, these numbers. Yep. As of January 2023. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm gonna go next.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I really did enjoy Glass Onion. I enjoyed it just as much as the first movie. You know, I think it really brought back a lot of the best things from the movie. It brought back, and I just, you know, especially the scene where he's explaining everything. They brought it back twice. Oh no way, man! That was amazing. I think I'm gonna go home and watch those scenes tonight. Just let's spend a quick 15 minutes and that's it, dude. I mean, that's amazing.
He's like, skip the rest.
No. I'm not saying that at all. I just don't got time to watch the whole movie, but you know, yeah, it was just amazing. I enjoyed it. It was a little slow at first, man. It's gonna take some convincing for you to perhaps stay throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
But if you do, you will not be sorry. I'm gonna give Glass Onion, Knives Out Mystery, the same grade as I did the first one, an A.
Wow.
But if I had to pick one over the other, the first one would win. Yeah. Yeah. That's a joke. No,
It don't work like that. It don't work like
No, I'm sorry. It don't work like that.
that. I guess not. But
Yeah.
alrighty, my turn. Say less.
Go ahead.
You guys are here for a thrill.
Oh, boy. I can't wait to hear it.
Nah, just kidding.
That's
No,
There's no-
I'm not that rude.
Thank you.
I mean, I guess you got.
All right. The only F- was Fantastic Four.
You know
Anyway,
what?
Continue. Go ahead.
After that, that comment, this one is too.
That's
anyways,
a joke.
no,
Oh
I'm just kidding.
my God.
No, I'm just kidding. I guess my letter grade is gonna change a lot just because I can't compare this to the first one.
Okay.
It's a different movie, I guess, or a different story. So, this movie is hilarious, I will say. It's very funny throughout every little thing in this, you know? Obviously, you know, there's some parts where it goes over, but, I mean, it's funny. It's supposed to be funny. So, and the things I hate about this movie is the virus. I gotta say, any movie with a virus, downgrading. Yes, it has a slow pace at the beginning, you know. And then what else? The deaths. I know I'm getting picky, but if you're getting really realistic with the virus, you know, being in this movie, you know, I guess death is also. But what else? The ending I didn't like, where it does that little commotion where she starts throwing all these glass and all over, you know, getting raged. I think it's a little too over for me. I mean, I get the reference, you know, it's like an onion. You keep breaking all these glasses, like taking layers off an onion and trying to get to the centerpiece, which was the Mona Lisa, and she managed to, you know, burn it, which is pretty dumb, my opinion. You know, as you can tell, this movie is very easy to solve, I say, personally, for me. The first one was honestly a lot harder. Damn, that first one is... You know, I watched the first one right after this, watching the second one, and you gotta see it. But what else? I mean, it's funny. Blanc, hilarious guy. My favorite out of all of the cast. Aced it, bro. Yeah.
Hey, oh, you can't do
Yeah,
that. Oh,
that's
my
basically
God.
because of 007.
No.
It's Daniel
no,
Craig, so he will do that.
If it was another actor, I would have, you know.
No, you wouldn't. What else? Is there anything else? Did I love this movie? I mean, I guess it's gonna... I don't know. This movie, it disappointed me.
Oh,
It did.
let down for him.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, man. It's okay. It's all right.
So, I'm going to give this movie like a B-.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to say that. It's like you wanted it to be a C plus or
Look,
something like
look
that.
at Gabe wants to cry.
No.
I was gonna give it a C,
Wow.
Gabe
but I
wants
give
to-
it a B minus.
Whatever you
Some-
think, it's your
sometimes, you
opinion.
know,
It's whatever
sometimes-
you think. If you
sometimes
enjoyed
it's
it, you
good.
enjoyed it. And if you
It's-
didn't, you didn't.
It's sometimes what helps the council is to talk about the movie.
Yeah.
That's what I felt about Avatar: The Way of Water. It's like
that's also-
I didn't know why
that
there
was
was
an A plus for
okay,
me.
all right, but I didn't know why there was
Yeah,
an A minus or
but-
A.
But yours is just
And
a
then-
little grade. Mine was a drastic one.
Well, okay.
You know, I was going for like a C minus, but I guess B minus will do.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know, man.
It was a decent movie for you.
I mean,
Something like
I mean, like I said, the grading of all this is if you enjoyed the movie.
Yeah,
Is
and
your
I didn't.
opinion. If you did not enjoy the movie, then just
Yeah.
give it a F if you want, because you didn't enjoy it. It's not.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, it's
C
not
minus.
about. It's not
It's
like
a C minus.
yeah, because it's about you. You're the one grading
Yeah.
it. But if you want to be thinking about everybody and it's because I mean, he did enjoy it and there is these no. I mean, no. When you
That
were
is
watching this movie, did you enjoy it? You
No,
know?
I mean I couldn't even watch it the second time through. So
Yeah, you see, that
Oh
means
my.
you didn't enjoy it. So for you, it's
very sad.
You know, it's what
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
I mean,
It's very
I
sad.
mean, you guys tried. I will say, my respects, but I think Netflix ruined it.
see, like for me, I enjoyed it. I'll watch it again
Yeah.
because I enjoyed it. That's why I gave it an A minus because I enjoyed it.
Mm,
You know,
okay.
Yeah.
like Avatar for you was different. For me, I really
like,
enjoyed.
It's like
that
Air
movie.
Force One. Yeah, it's the
I
same
haven't
thing.
seen. I didn't even give it a
Hey,
chance.
hey,
but
give it a chance. All right,
I'll probably give it a chance. But
Yeah.
but
It's
when,
just-
when
it's
I
like how
was
you-
watching
yeah,
it, bro, you
All
can
right,
see,
all
man.
right.
Even when they put in their night vision goggles, you could barely see through that. I'm like, what the heck
That's-
is this?
that's-
It's
No,
like a
don't worry.
1970 movie.
That
bro.
was the best part.
It's a rough
No.
beginning.
Yeah.
No.
That
no,
beginning,
no,
I'd say,
no,
was
no,
the best part.
Oh,
It was.
See,
bro.
like Gabe loves this movie, and if he enjoyed it, he's gonna give it
Yeah.
A plus. But if I didn't,
Okay.
it's okay if I get an F.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys.
all
It's a C minus. I'll just say
okay.
that.
Yeah,
All right.
C
Yeah.
minus.
All right.
There it is.
Okay. It's hard to hear. Maybe next year you come back to this movie and try it again.
No, Gabe. No. I don't know. Maybe the third one. Please don't disappoint. Please.
All right. No. It will not. It will not.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's just a different type of movie. That's all. Maybe
Yeah.
because if the first one is what as the way you explain it, if the second one is if the first one is like more realistic, more, it's not that funny, but maybe it is. I don't know.
It does a
But if-
comedy here and there, but it's not like.
But if it's
all
more
of-
realistic and more serious, maybe that's what.
So
Yeah.
are you
Maybe-
saying you like the structure of the first one better?
the structure, no, it's not the structure. It's the way they worked it.
Like the mystery, it was
Yes.
more.
Oh, the
more-
mystery.
Yeah, the
Oh,
mystery. That was the
okay.
point of the movie. So
Yeah.
maybe he was
okay.
expecting it to be kind of like more mystery or harder mystery or more of that.
Yeah.
Instead of
Okay.
this or goofing around, like
It's a
like
lot
I
of
said-
goofing around.
Yeah,
That's, I feel
like I said, it's like I said, the random guy walking. You know what I mean? They made it a little
okay.
too like goofy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for him, he was expecting maybe more mystery.
Yeah.
He Blanc just comes up in here and and boom 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 and then and Miles was like, yeah, well, I guess, so
Okay.
Wait.
so maybe the mystery was just too easy, so maybe he was expecting more of mystery.
Okay.
Yeah, that's I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, by the way, one little comment. That it's good to see Edward Norton back because the last time I seen him was in The Incredible Hulk, and that was a terrible movie.
Who?
Oh,
Edward Norton,
Miles.
Oh.
He played the Hawk in The Incredible Hulk.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that movie too.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's the end of this podcast.
What? I don't like Air Force One.
Oh, you didn't even watch it. How could you
Well,
say
like some
such
of the
a thing?
007s, I've been
All
falling
right,
asleep.
you haven't even watched. Oh my gosh! All right, guys. Thank you guys so
Oh,
much
God.
for
I
watching.
love Fantastic Four.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'm leaving.
Thank you for watching or hearing the Entertainology Podcast. We've got some great things coming this year, so hopefully you can stick around for that. Yeah. Yeah. So don't forget to leave a 5-star rating if you're listening on a Spotify or Apple Podcast. That'd be greatly appreciated. And that's about it. You got anything else?
Nope.
Nope. You're good.
Yep, I'm good.
How about a little peace out on one?
All right.
Does that sound good to you? Nope. Don't know no foolishness back there.
All right. Let's
It
do
looks
this.
like you're. All right, guys. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Peace out.